Okay, so boom. First video was not recording. Here we go. Today I had a pretty shitty day, but we turned it around. We fucking turned it around. So, today I watched some videos, as one does. Watched some videos on the tube. What else? I read a book. I read this book. Or I'm in the process of reading this book. I'm on chapter 2. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Pretty decent book so far. Really gives you some perspective on dealing with people. So that's always good. So far, I got some notes here. Do not criticize. Stay quiet. Do not judge. This does nothing. Only causes the person to retaliate and defend themselves. So this kind of goes into that criticizing is not the best, because a lot of people are not going to take the criticism the way you're putting it out. They're going to retaliate against it and become very defensive. So it's not what you want when dealing with people and trying to, befriend them, practically, so not a good idea. Why do you see the speck in your neighbor's eye, but do not notice the log in your own eye? That's a quote from the Bible. Pretty self-explanatory. Don't dig into someone else's shit when you yourself isn't right. When you've got your own shit going on. Basically, don't judge. It's always a good practice not to judge. Handle your own stuff. Focus on yourself. Don't judge others. It's not cool. Easy to do. Very easy to do. It's very easy to judge others and not look at yourself, but it's something you can work on and improve. That's what this is about, improving and getting better. So let's move on. What do we got? Appreciation, not flattering. So this is a big one. Showing appreciation and giving people their flowers when they're deserving of it. Not flattering, but showing genuine appreciation. As men, I think a lot of times we don't do that because of our egos that get in the way. But it's never a bad thing to show some appreciation to somebody if they're deserving. So what it does is also makes them feel great. Someone who's very intelligent is going to realize that you're bullshitting if you're like being over the top. But if you see something that needs to, be called out as far as like showing appreciation, man, go ahead and do it. It doesn't put you any lower to show some appreciation. So that's something you can start doing. What else? It really helps to drive home the point of making friends, and having people rock with you. So that's huge. That's kind of how you get what you want in life. You need to have people like you and have people want to do things for you, so that's just another way. What else do we got? Today, a big thought that was on my mind was uncertainty of the future. And that's something I think we all deal with. But, yeah, it's big. But But in these times, you have to just put your faith in God, or whatever you put your faith in. It's got to be somewhere, so and understand that God or a higher power, whatever you believe in, is got your back, so the more you try to handle things and take it into your own hands is not, it's just going to cause chaos, and it's not going to work. So that's a huge thing, because there's a certain balance I think there is between doing things on your own. I mean, because God gave you a brain and a healthy body and whatever ambition you're feeling, it's God given. So use it. He doesn't want lazy, but always remember to keep your focus on Him in the midst of this, because it's very easy to make money your God or whatnot, put that at the top, but God needs to be at the top, and anything else needs to come second. So that's huge. Whether you know it or not, putting anything above Him, even whatever it may be, putting it above Him is putting Him in another place, which is not what you want to do. He's what provided you with all this, so why would you knock Him down on that list? It's not the best idea to do. So let's get a verse in here. Hold on. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength. Again, a cheerful heart is a good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength. Boom. You know what I mean? That's a good one to ponder on. Staying cheerful, staying faithful, not letting the hard times get you down. Man, don't get down, and keep your head up, move forward. That's what we do. So, what else do we got? What else is going on? It's time to get out of town. I got rich, it's time to get out of town. That's a song from back when I was hustling and whatnot in 2021. Whole different time. Pretty good song. I rediscovered though. So I got rich, it's time to get out of town. Ponder on that one. Not rich, but I got out of town. Some people never do that, so yeah, I think that's all. So alright, that's been another video. More to come. Peace.